society of innocence in your hands. So, no
But
pressure.
you know how it goes when we have
Daniel.
lives in our hands. We keep
Yeah, no,
fucking
multiple
up.
times we've seen how that. Well, it went okay for Steve, it seems. Kind
Yeah,
of.
Steve. Well, no, Steve went back to weird ways, but then we straightened him out again. I hope.
I mean,
Yep.
I haven't
About it.
rolled for the faith of a character before, so you don't know how I'm gonna roll.
True. Maybe statistically speaking, we should just leave it up to Kalani. She's never failed.
Well, I mean, based on
true.
the roll that you let me have advantage on, and I rolled a 4 and a 6, I'm not sure if that's smart.
That was so hilarious.
Hmm.
So, given the fact that this is the first recording that will exist from this, given the fact that the previous recording was absolutely terrible, would anyone like to do a recap of what happened last time?
I feel like Numi or Simon should do it this time. I'm letting them off way too easy.
You're right. They need to learn.
Well, we were summoned by the mayor to deal with because he lost contact with the mill. So we went out for a couple days. We went up to we arrived at the farm and it was completely destroyed. Or no, the mill was burned down. But they were looking at it like there were already there was already stuff around it that was looking to be rebuilt. So we were
Again.
planning on it. Then we were invited in by the miller's wife, where we found out I forgot the names of the millers. Fuck.
It doesn't really matter.
Where we but we ran into an old acquaintance. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, Steve. And we learned of this what's the English word? Ongeluk.
Accident?
Bad luck.
Oh no, the bad luck. Bad luck? That was like the bad luck that has befallen the farm, but we don't know why, because it was struck by lightning twice, causing it to burn down. They summoned a priest, but that priest had said that maybe the gods were punishing them for taking in an orc child. More. So we went to then we were taken. Then we were brought outside by Steve, who then we had a little catching up with, and he told us about his illegal activities. When we went to his cabin, we found a woman in chains covered with blood who was a druid that he had tried to capture and to sell. I don't know why he still continues doing it, wanting to do it, but it's Steve. Then we found the site of a massacre. The massacre, the right word?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was basically a massacre. Absolutely.
sounds about
Yeah,
right.
of like the orc air quotation mark invaders that my character knows were not invaders, but that people were generally believed by the common folk to be invaders, but were more likely just innocents, just fleeing harsh life. And we found that it was disturbed. And then a curse was placed, saying that we didn't mind the killing, but then one of you, air quotation marks, started taking things, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, something along those lines. We can see it in chat over here as well. If you need to catch up.
Yeah, not the respect for quiet rest, to disturb our afterlife, yeah. And then when we returned to the cabin, we found Candle and S'more playing.
Indeed.
And Candle had been taken the shape of the orc child, the female orc child from the last
Indeed.
mystery. Did I miss anything?
Yeah, we found out Candle and her dad are changelings.
True.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
And I believe that is pretty
complicates
much
everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
where we left off, because you were at that point having a conversation with the children. Kalani went out invisibly to try and overhear and possibly assist with the conversation. And that's the scene that we return to as Candle is leisurely sitting on some chopped logs of wood, sort of playing kind of with the frog. At this point, she has picked the frog up by two of its legs and is trying to make him stand on two legs. While S'more is still sort of haphazardly, sort of hitting the side of this training dummy with a club.
All right. Hey kid, be gentle with me, all right?
Yeah, of course. I'm just gonna make you, like, you can like almost like step around, walk like this. Can you be like on 2 feet?
Well, I don't have the balance to be on 2 feet, because I'm
Oh,
built to be on 4 feet.
hmm. She sort
See,
of
when
lets
you let
go,
me go, I fall over.
and you fall over.
um, wait, have we already asked Candle if she'd taken anything from the massacre site?
Yes, you did, and she answered with something along the lines of like, "What is there even to take? There was this like
Yeah,
guts and."
yeah,
I'm pretty sure she just went there and looked
yeah.
around.
Saw nasty stuff and was like,
She has admitted
"Mm."
to poking the guts. That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not taking something though,
No.
because it was. Hold up, let me read for a second. Du-du-du-du-du. You've taken what is mine. Yeah, someone took something. And S'more also hadn't done it. Yes, S'more had never been there. Yeah, I think I'm done interrogating the kids. At least on my part, unless you have something to add, Kalani.
No, I don't think so. Trying to think, but I wouldn't really know what to ask the kids that you haven't asked already.
Have I asked them not to go back there? I
don't
should
think
probably
you
I
ask
did.
them
don't
not to
think you
go
have.
back there.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry, I wasn't listening for the answer.
Yeah,
I don't think you
you
have.
can do that. No.
Okay. Hey, Candle, S'more.
He? What's up, Mr. Frog?
Be sure you don't go back to that place again. At least for now.
Why
Actually,
not?
maybe never. It's a bad place. Something really bad happened there, and they say that when something really bad happens, the spirit it can't move on, and they might be how do you say, they might get dangerous to anyone who disturbs their resting place. So please, for your own safety, do not go to that place.
Roll me a persuasion roll.
Understood. Mm-mm-mm. Once again, I'm rolling for safety of kids. Oh God.
Oh.
Jeez. Oh man.
Apparently, we
Transparent.
learned that Discord is just really not good with children.
No, Discord is atrocious. I mean, have you
Candle
seen
sort of
her?
stands up and away from you, and she pouts a little bit. You're no fun, Mr. Frog. You're starting to sound like my mum. It's like one of the few interesting places there even is around here. Besides, I've never seen a ghost. And even if there was a ghost, who's to say that they would be unfriendly? I mean, I've met plenty of like strange creatures, like you, Mr. Frog. You're not like bad. I feel
No,
like
no.
people are just sort of like, being unfair. Who knows? Maybe the ghost just needs a friend.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of ghosts who would love to have friends, but not maybe not these ones. Um, just just be careful, okay?
I'm always careful, she says
That's
very
good.
proudly.
That's good. I'm very proud of you for that. That's amazing.
She puffs up her chest, trying to look intimidating, which is hard to do, especially when she's standing next to small, compared to which she is a lot smaller as well.
Cute.
Then again, shape changer. So
Yeah, true,
She's such a
true.
good kid. No, she's a good kid.
yeah.
You should probably talk to her dad at some point, because what the fuck's going on there?
Mm-hmm.
See if the adults.
Besides, if it really is dangerous, Small, you should come with me. That way, together, we will be able to defeat any evil.
No.
Small, uncertain, just sort of nods.
No, kid, don't go there.
This is truly hell.
No, we can't scare the kids into that. Would be rude.
I am out of options if someone else has anything.
I mean, actually, you know what? I think all the adults are in sight right now. Maybe we should go right now.
Oh. I'm gonna leave. Really?
Quick, maybe we can do
quietly,
this before they come back.
quietly and quickly.
Mr. Frog, can you help? You could be on watch.
I
will become uninvisible.
Meanwhile, inside.
yeah.
Hello.
You go.
Where did I go? Outside. Listening.
Okay. Did we learn anything interesting?
Well, the kid is a changeling. That's something. So
That is
the
interesting indeed.
So is the dad. So. But
That
for
is
the
something you
rest,
could ask.
I don't think the kids are the cause of this.
Discord is frantically gesturing to you that you should probably make haste.
Haste to the talking.
Right? Do we?
I'm pretty sure the kids are also going to come inside, so we should, have.
I'm not sure what part of the conversation you were listening to that you think that's
Alani,
what's
what the
happening
heck?
next.
What do you mean?
They were gonna leave.
Oh, they were gonna leave? Oh.
They were gonna go to the massacre site.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. So, sorry. My bad. They might be going to the place that we were just at, which is problematic.
No. How do we stop him?
How do we stop them? I mean, go outside, I guess.
Okay. I'm gonna stretch my legs.
As you do, you see, Candle peek around the corner, and the moment you turn around, she immediately pulls back and goes, maybe another time. They're not cool like you, Mr. Frog. They might tell him this to my dad. Or my mum. That's even worse.
Did your parents also tell you not to go there?
Yeah. Especially my mother. She's, really scared of, bad stuff in the forest. You know, like you, Mr. Frog. Which, no offense to you, she just doesn't know that, you're, friendly.
I mean, yeah.
It's a good attitude to have for acceptance, but right now that's gonna be your downfall.
I'm gonna walk out, just like.
help.
She just sits back down
No.
on the log, seeing
Yeah.
as an adventurer right now seems unlikely.
Hello, kids. How are you doing? Are you having fun?
Yeah. Kendall nods.
Mm-hmm.
Looks a little shiftily around. Tries to push the frog a little bit back behind her.
Secret frog.
He's down the corner. Hmm.
I see you were training with Steve.
Small nods.
And I saw you looking at my weapons before when we were in the house. Were you
He looks a little embarrassed away. But then nods
great.
again.
Were you interested in them?
He looks at you first time into the face and then nods, like, very enthusiastically.
I mean, I can show them to you if you want.
He seems a bit intimidated by the weapons themselves, but he does come forward interested.
I use these in my adventures when I go adventuring with some of my group that I work with. We go into dungeons, delve into them.
He
I
looks
help,
just amazed.
I help
Oh.
be defense for them. I'm their big helper. Is there any
He
particular?
just sort of stares at the weapon for a long time before looking back at you. His mouth is just standing open for a while as he's trying to figure out like what even to say. Then he just says, "Wow."
Aw.
Thank you.
I think I know what he wants to be when he grows up.
Yeah.
Can
You seem like a strong little guy. I do think that you'll be very similar to me when you grow up.
he nods and smiles? Probably the first smile you've seen on this kid.
Oh,
I want to be strong and do things like you.
yeah. I do believe that you could.
He nods a little bit more to himself than to you. Can I hold it?
If you're careful, sure.
He nods. Do you give him the weapon?
I give it to him, but do give it back to me.
What weapon are you giving him right now, by the way?
I'm giving him the whip, not the
The whip.
axe.
Okay. He holds it
I think.
and sort of like holds the long end in his hand, sort of measuring it. Then sort of like slowly swinging it around to get a bit of a feeling for it.
Mhm.
Despite everything, like it's actually he's not really holding it right, and he doesn't really seem to how to hold or even swing it properly. Given that the whip is made out of leather, it's actually a lot heavier than it looks, and that's definitely something that's taking him a little bit by surprise.
Do you want me to help you a little bit?
He seems unsure, like he's not quite brave enough to ask for help.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna reach out and help his hand get the right grip on it. So this is how you hold it,
Okay.
and then you swing with it, like it's an extension of your own arm.
Interesting. You teach him a little bit, and eventually he gets to even swing it like at the training dummy. It's still pretty sloppy. I mean, stuff like that isn't going to come immediately. Mostly he
No.
just lacks a little bit of the strength to really carry it enough, and maybe also some of the technique. But the basics are there.
If you keep going on by training this, You'll be very good at it.
I don't really have a whip, though.
I mean, you can always try something else at some point. There are many weapons that you could defend yourself with. Or
He
others.
nods and then looks around him. You know fully well Steve only owns clubs aside from this single hand axe here.
Yeah. But I mean,
This sword isn't a real sword, it's made out of wood. Technically, it's a
Yeah.
club.
yeah, my goodness.
A bludgeoning
mean-
sword.
You could always make your own weapons. Test some things. Maybe make a boomerang. You could just make that out of wood.
Right.
Roll an insight.
Okay. Not sure I'm good at that. No, well.
Could be worse.
You get the feeling
Could
that
be
he's
worse.
got a specific weapon in mind.
Mm.
Like,
But,
as he's thinking about your words, his
mhm.
mind seems to go to a specific weapon that he seems to have put his heart on.
But of course, you should get what you want. What would you like to wield?
He seems to hesitate a little bit and then shrugs. Something strong. Something like big.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Something with a blade or something else?
Well, he seems to think about it and goes, blades are interesting. He says it a little bit more brokenly.
Mm-hmm.
But and he struggles a little bit to find the right words. Prefer more force.
Mm. Like a
And
great
he
hammer.
sort of like takes the club and sort of puts it, sort of bashes it into the side of the dummy to sort of like show for effect.
Mm. So like a great hammer, perhaps. Those are big and strong.
His eyes light up. And he goes, like that?
Well, who knows? Can always dream to be able to wield that at some point if you train hard enough. I mean, I can see it that you're already strong, so it is something in your future, I think.
He looks really proud and really happy that you're saying that.
Oh. Kendall, sweetie, what are you doing?
Candle is basically just trying to hide Frog and go, run, Mr. Frog, I'm not sure if they would approve of your presence. She then turns around and goes, nothing.
Oh, Kendall, you're such a sweet girl.
I was just wondering because you were scooting along the wood.
It's just, it's just like, wood doesn't really make for like a good sitting place. Like the logs, they sort of like, because they're round. She looks at the logs, they're not round at all, they're chopped.
No, I understand.
I was gonna sit here.
I would like to
Uh-huh.
speak up. Don't worry, Candle. She's a friend of mine.
Wait, you know Mr. Frog?
Oh yeah, I've met the Mr. Frog before. I've met him like 3 times at least.
Oh, wow. I've
I
only
don't
met
think I
Mr.
ever told you
Frog.
my name. It's Skype.
Skype.
Oh, cool. Well, I've met Mr. Frog like 5 times.
Have you? Needs to up me, huh? Have you now? Then he seems to prefer you then.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Kendall's very cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course.
I hop into her hands.
She
know,
picks you up.
It might be a sign of affection, but it's mostly just so she can't run off by herself.
Oh, that's very smart.
Oh, that was so smart. Yeah.
Planting a tracker onto the children.
Move.
Tongue and tracker. It's a frog.
The most subtle.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's very protective of the frog already, trying to scoot it away.
Smo is going to look at you and say, I will keep training. Will keep growing stronger.
Of course. I believe that. Go on. I assume he gives me my whip back.
Yeah, he gives you your whip back.
Yeah, thank you.
Good kid.
Reluctantly.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
go
no,
with
a little
the-
reluctantly. Like, he actually really
Yeah.
enjoyed having it.
Yeah. I
It's like
suck,
a
though.
grown-up weapon, finally.
Yeah. I'm gonna sit on the logs this time. I'm not moving away yet. Candle. I mean, I had a little speak with S'more, of course, about what he wants to be when he's older. What would you like to be?
Candle looks at you. You feel like there's just an inherent slight distrust that she is having towards you. You've seen how she talked with Mr. Frog.
Mm-hmm.
She's not quite that open with you, clearly.
No. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like, you know. Whatever you do, what I mean, like farm person.
You want to be like your parents?
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Like
I think.
like my mom. I'll be a mom.
Mm-hmm. How
She
old will you be?
shrugs. You just it's
Mm-hmm.
just not really particularly very convincing.
Uh-huh. I mean, if I were in your shoes, I think I'd be a little bored.
She sort of turns a little bit around, walks a little bit, and then sort of like leans against the hilts of the hand axe that's sticking out of the tree trunk, at the tree trunk.
Mm-hmm.
And she just shrugs again, sort of like looking away into the distance, into the forest. It's not, I mean, bored, maybe a little.
I mean, I grew up on a farm. Little different than this. We grew up with animals instead of the farms itself.
You,
But
she catches herself. You grew up on a farm, but like, no way.
oh yeah, I
But
grew up with a lot of
you're not a
horses.
cow herder,
Oh
or
no.
like a miller or anything. Like, you're cool.
Oh.
I just knew from a very young age. I mean, still not that old, but that the farm life was not really for me. I wanted the adventure. I want to explore dungeons, find artifacts.
She mouths a little bit. You can't really hear what she's saying, but Discord can through Skype. Like, she's basically mouthing to herself, "Wait, you can do that?"
Oh.
Man, we're broadening her
Yeah.
horizons.
I mean, I saw an
We're
open world
learning
and I
some
took
things.
it. There's much out at the world, and I want to explore it all.
Maybe I'll do that. Maybe.
Who knows? It is very fun. Little dangerous, but most of it is fun.
What would how 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 did how did you leave the farm?
I walked out of the door and didn't look back.
Oh.
She just looks into the forest and just doesn't really react much.
I mean, I didn't really have a place back at the farm anyway. It was promised to my brother, so there was no spot left. But you seem like your family's very sweet.
She
So
looks a bit to the ground. Yeah.
So you can always still adventure, but always come home. You don't always have to go far. I mean, you are already in this forest. That's already a little bit of an adventure, is it not?
She smiles a little bit to herself. Can you roll me a persuasion just to see how much of an effect you are having on her?
Okay, I'm not good at persuasion.
Don't worry, it can be much worse than what I rolled.
Yeah, I mean, I have a
Very
-1,
true.
so... Oh!
Apparently, correction. You should be a public speaker.
I mean, my good rolls are now. You don't know how we'll go the last
True.
rest of the evening.
You know, I'm a little bit of an adventurer myself. I do like adventuring.
Yeah?
I
What have
might,
you adventured so far?
well, anything I can find around here. Like, there's this grave thing.
Oh?
Yeah, it's like this weird rock. I think it's the grave of some like big shot warrior or something. And it used. I think there's some magic around it. Um, like before the guts. There's guts now, by the way. It's like all bloody and weird.
That is interesting.
Yeah, I know, right? S'more just looks over like, what? uh, I think he probably just decides that maybe he just doesn't quite know the common language well enough.
Is this grave that you're talking about further into the forest then?
Yeah, kind of. It's more like near the river-ish, sort of, but it's kind of close. Yeah, it's deeper in the forest, yeah. There's like lots more trees. It's like a lot darker in there as well. But
Ooh.
that's not a problem for me at all.
Oh,
I
you're a
can
brave
see
little
in the
girl.
dark.
Oh, that is useful.
Yeah.
Very brave.
But I assume you've already seen it, so it wouldn't be fun again to go, right?
Eh. Yeah. I mean, I guess not. Also, I just realized that Changelings can't see in the dark, so I'm just going to retcon that real quick. Whoops.
Okay, that's fine.
Maybe she just says she can see the dark, but she can't.
You know what? That's totally in character for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she likes the one up things. Like, oh, you can see
Yeah.
no, I can see in the dark.
I just squint really hard. But yeah.
What time is it of the day?
It is starting to get late. It's not quite evening yet, but it's going to be in a couple of hours from now.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Aren't
it's
you kids
definitely
hungry?
sun is starting to
Yeah.
set. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not quite
Aren't you
set,
kids?
but it's getting there.
Okay. Aren't you kids hungry? Seems to be getting very close to food time.
Ah, it might be time to go back home.
Wouldn't want
Yeah.
to keep your parents be restless, right?
Yeah, I guess. Though we could stick around a little bit more. No, but then they're gonna. Yeah, alright, let's. Small, we should head back. Alright. Are
Me
you
and the
going
rest
to
of
be there as well? Are you going to.
We'll be heading back soon as well, but you kids could go ahead first. Get your bellies full with food.
Alright. Oh, Mr. Frog, I can definitely not take you with me. Like, I don't think my mom would like to see you.
That's all right. I'll be around. Don't worry.
Alright, I mean, you know this person. There you go.
Thank you, Cat.
No.
Alright. And they're just going to start heading off.
Okay.
Are they going in the right direction? Let's just make sure they're actually going home.
Yeah.
Why is this guy just standing there like a weirdo?
Hmm?
Drift mark.
Gurgok just like has been leaning against the wall, just like looking ahead. Where did you kids come from?
Candle just shrugs, not wanting to verbally engage you.
Damn, okay.
Good kid.
They do head in the right direction.
Okay, good.
Why are they going? Okay.
Just wants to fake you out.
Okay.
No, they return home.
Okay.
Oh, that was worrisome.
Mm-hmm.
We did learn quite a lot. Let's go back to the
Yep.
to the group. Excuse me.
Let's go inside.
Welcome. Also, Daniel, quick question: is the club of that Steve gave me, is it going to be piercing or bludgeon? Because Enrique has a nail.
It's both. You can do whichever you prefer in the situation. It's versatile in that sense. How did it go?
Good. I do not think the kids are involved, but the little girl seems to have investigated it.
Huh. That's bad. What?
Yeah.
I don't even know when. Like, I'm almost always here. She would have had to sneak by me.
That doesn't seem to be a problem for her.
No. Steve, what do you know about her father?
He's a good guy. Looks a little bit like an older fella. Apparently he's been, doing this stuff for like a good amount of years. He's got a kind heart. He helped me out set this up. He's surprisingly strong. He's pretty fit for an old fella. I think he was probably an adventurer, like before the whole farming business, but that's just a theory. He's never actually said that.
I mean, he does have a very big sword in the house.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
That's what I'm thinking as well. It's like,
Yeah.
Maybe he was a soldier. Who knows?
Could be.
But it seems like Candle has been there multiple times. And this time when she went, the body parts were there, or like the corpses. So it wasn't like that before.
Someone is adding to it and disturbing the gravesite.
Yeah.
So
That's worrisome.
Yeah.
how do so if you know the problem, how do we fix it? He sort of looks at Discord, who is sort of he assumes the sort of like magic weird stuff expert.
We still have to like take a look at the mill.
Before anything, we need to find out who is bringing guts, who is bringing new organs to this place. We can't fix it if we don't get rid of the source first.
Hmm.
So that is what we must do.
Mm-hmm.
I would suggest speaking to the kids' parents.
Yeah.
You know, don't put them too badly there, especially not like maybe, you know, maybe try not say too much in front of the mother. She's a little I don't think she'd understand the sort of spirit, you know, that the children have.
Kids are kids. They're gonna do stupid stuff.
Yeah, but I think especially like you know the woman is probably very stressed right now. If you're gonna want to talk with anyone, I'd suggest doing it towards the father. He's probably gonna be a bit more understanding, and maybe don't you know you know what you're decent, boy. You'll figure it out. I'm pretty sure you'll know what the right things to say and the right things not to say.
Mr. Stephen, I have been meaning to ask one thing.
That's all right. You can call me Steve.
Steve, then. You haven't been bringing guts to this graveyard, have you?
No,
Are you sure?
I. Well, I also didn't think that there was a woman shackled to in my house, but so if you put it that way, he sort of blarely just stares into the wall. I don't even know anymore. But I'm pretty
No.
sure I didn't bring guts there.
All right, then I will believe you. Thank you for your honesty.
Thank you. Yeah.
Did we ever grab the leather from his garden? Like
Probably.
the
Oh yeah, Mr. Driftmark has it.
okay.
Yeah. Did
I
we
was just
tell them
wondering.
about it? Did we tell them about it already?
Yes, you did.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm
All
just
right.
wondering about it.
I wonder if we shouldn't also ask the woman, because as much as you say she doesn't understand this kind of thing, we cannot exclude anyone from being a possible visitor to our gravesite.
So, I didn't want to bring this up. Remember when I said, when I told you about the priest and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Mhm.
This might be me being a bit unfair to her, but I think she's starting to believe it.
The priest?
Yeah.
That the child is the one is to blame for everything.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why I know that also, I also know that, you know, they don't like the children being this close to the forest or being here, but I figured it might just take some tension off if the orc boy is a little bit, you know, further away from home. And Candle, well, she just I tell her to stay, but like she comes anyway. So I don't really I don't know how to stop her. I literally don't know how to stop her.
She's a very free-spirited girl, so I don't think anyone could stop her, except for her own parents, locking her up in a room.
She seems like quite an unstoppable force, does she not?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
Lovely.
she's very sweet.
Well, I suppose that is our thank you for the information, Steve. We very much
Absolutely.
appreciate it.
Anything to help. And honestly, also thank you.
Of course.
We will do our best to rectify the situation. Ideally without any casualties.
Mm-hmm.
He looks a little unsure that the moment you said that. Casualties?
Oh, worry not about it, dear.
You don't have to roll an insight to know that he's now worried about it.
Oh yeah. That's okay. It's Discord. All right, shall we?
Yes,
Let's go.
we shall.
All right, be
There,
seeing
it's
you.
Steve. Thanks for the stick.
Hey, absolutely. Like, that's the least I can do for, the guy who kind of changed my life. Probably for the better.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, no more life crime. And don't, please don't go poaching more animals.
Never,
Please.
never again. Never again. Unless in self-defense.
You don't poach in self-defense, Steve. Good day.
Isn't that how it works?
Oh my goodness. Steve is a mess.
He's
He has gone through.
he's such a messy man.
Yeah.
He's gone through it.
I love
Alright.
him.
Where are you guys heading?
We all love Steve. The
The
farm?
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
It seems to be correct.
Where exactly on the farm, since it is a pretty large farm?
Yeah, do we want to check out something else before we go to the house?
Well, it would be rude to interrupt them while they're having dinner.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, let's check out the mill. See,
Okie
like,
dokie.
because we've
The one
already
that,
wanted to check it out.
Yeah, the one that burned down
Yes.
twice.
The mill it is then?
Yeah.
Understood?
Yeah.
Mill it is.
Just imagine
is-
that it's broken down.
Yeah.
That is
Don't worry, I have a working brain.
That is. Yeah, that is destroyed, all right.
You can even still see what they tried to fix before. This is very sad to look at.
Yeah.
Yep. There's still some construction material around. Ladders, wood. There's some brickwork as well, but honestly, most of the brick was fine even after the lightning strike.
Yeah.
Especially the like drawing bit. It's sort of like lying on the floor. More than half of it is pretty much destroyed. That's going to require some better handcrafting to actually create, so it'll actually be in working condition again.
Great. Okay. So, what are we trying to check exactly here? Just asking.
I would like to figure out if this was at all magical. Perhaps figure out where this lightning came from.
Right.
Mhm.
That makes sense.
How would you like to go about that?
Yeah, I was looking through my spells to see if I have detect magic, but I do not.
There.
So I'm not quite sure right now.
I would allow you
I
an
have
investigation on Arcana if you want to have a look at the damage and see if you can gather anything from that.
Yeah, I would like to try an Arcana. See if that's anything. Oh boy, I'm rolling today. I am rolling.
You really are. You really are. Doing rolls.
Can I try investigation as well?
Yeah. No. Sure. Mr. Detective. Man, Discord. I don't know what to tell. Okay.
We are having it.
I wouldn't know how to help. Like,
Hey, Mrs. Grave Robber. No.
I
So-
confuse you. Yeah.
Geez.
Discord. You're having a a good old look at the damage in front of you, and it's just unfortunately it feels like you just honestly you just don't know really how lightning works. You're not really experienced with this sort of thing. You haven't really looked at a lot of like lightning damage or stuff like that. Yeah, because lightning
Yeah.
doesn't really strike all that often.
Yeah.
You've heard like about trees, the way it looks there, and that sort of second-hand information. And there, it's sort of like it splinters the tree or something. This looks really different. So you're not really sure if you can just use that knowledge one-to-one. But like according to that, this looks nothing like a tree that splintered. So like maybe it wasn't lightning at all, or maybe you just don't really know what lightning damage looks like. It's one of those two.
Understandable. Thank you.
But it definitely looks like. So what you can definitely do tell though is that the thing has heavy scorch marks, burn damage. So maybe it stands to reason that what the lightning really just did was like it struck and then caused a fire, which then in turn burnt it down. That's as far as you can get there.
Yeah. I can't quite tell if what did this. It looks lightningy, but I just don't know.
As for Driftmark, sorry, Driftmark, do you want to explain to me a little bit more how you're going about this? What are you
No, I'm
intending?
trying to also see if there's like anything else that's a lot more how to say man-made, air quotation marks, like maybe it wasn't just the lightning that caused it to burn down. Maybe there were people used other things to burn it down.
Yes, maybe it is insurance fraud. As you circle around the mill.
No, not insurance fraud. I'm looking
Off
for
behavior, absolute
flammable
off behavior.
materials.
As you do look around, specifically also at the top, which is like half of the mill, good more than half, is decently made out of wood. Which might also explain why there's more stones there, because, maybe they're just planning for the future, just in case that third lightning strike comes. You can't like, it's hard to say. Because again, like it's most certainly it's fire damage. So it's hard to say if it was really lightning or if just someone went with a torch to it, It's totally feasible. Maybe that is what happened. So you sort of circle around it a little bit more and think like, man, how would they have done it? And it occurs to you there's no point that's like at the bottom where the fire damage started. So as you think about it, if somebody did that with a torch, they must have taken a ladder to move upwards to somewhere on the top of it and lay the fire there. That's the only way that
for
could
a
have
ladder.
happened. There is a ladder here.
There's
Definitely
many
a ladder.
ladders.
Oh my
There's many
god, are you
ladders.
actually okay?
It's a farm.
I rolled shit. This is my job.
I know.
But I will tell you, with a 7, you can at least notice that there is also a basement door here.
That might be smart.
Guys, I found something.
What did you find?
Oh,
A door to under the mill.
I'm pretty
Underneath
sure
it.
most mills have basements.
I'm not familiar with mills.
it wouldn't hurt to look.
Is it locked?
It is not. There is a lock on it, but it seems to have been recently unlocked.
With force or with...
Ignore that
with
recently.
normally?
You would not have enough investigative power with that last roll to figure that one out.
Yeah. Okay.
Man.
It's just an unlocked basement.
Well, lady of the house did say that she would be willing to unlock anything that we might want to see. So
It's already
locks
unlocked.
will, yeah, but locks will not be a problem for us
Yeah,
either now or in the future.
but
sure.
just to be sure, in case someone else is around, I am gonna take the lock with us while we're down there, so they can lock us in.
Would you like me to go in first, just in case?
Please do.
Sure.
Okay. All right.
As you go down the steps of the little entrance to the basement of the cellar, a giant boulder comes out from behind you, and you have to run for
Oh
your
no!
life. Joking.
Well, you are
Yeah,
Indiana
nothing
Jones.
I am.
really happens. The scariest thing, or most threatening thing, is there's a couple of cobwebs, like in the corners of the entrance, that seem to have lain undisturbed for quite a while. And especially for you, who is a bit taller than most people, it's a little bit of a hassle. You have to duck. But as you make it down below, you see general milling equipment, as well as some bags of actually produced flour, some dirty clothing, some tools, nothing particularly standing out to you. You do notice some movement near the flour bags, but
Small or big?
small.
Oh,
Rats.
Rats.
Could be rats or it could be mice, and I hate mice.
Let's just follow her in.
All right.
Because Kalani saw that movement, she has just stopped moving.
What happened?
I just saw something move, and I did not want to continue further. Near the flower. But it was very small, but I don't like small.
Do any of you have the light cantrip?
No. Oh!
Works.
Discord doesn't speak because the frog isn't here.
Yeah.
But she nods and she makes some lights for you.
Wait, why is your frog not there?
It's outside.
Oh, okay. I got confused there. I thought you... Yeah, okay, wonderful. There's now 4 lights in each corner of the room. Well, quote-unquote corner. Technically speaking, a circle has infinite corners.
At 4 points in the room.
What would you like to do?
I want to check out the movement.
It's quite a bit dusty
Kalani
in
is
here as
terrified.
well. As you approach the bag, what would you know? Some mice scurry away into the sides of the room, into the brick wall.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey.
Greetings. Let's take a moment here to have a pause.